What transpired during the WNBA All-Star Game was undoubtedly a hot topic, whether it was about bombing, hesitating, taking the lead, or CLK toes. Before the game, Cheryl Reeve expressed her confidence that Caitlin would not be selected for the Olympic squad.
Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
Coach, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it looks like karma came knocking.
It seems like karma has arrived with a vengeance. Just picture Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Together, the sensational rookies put on a show for the Olympic squad. Guess which squad smashed Clark's assist records and dominated the rebounds? Team USA was defeated by WNBA. The squad that Cheryl Reeve claimed didn't need Clark ultimately lost to her. But there's more. During the game, there was an unexpected moment that shocked everyone. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because there's a lot going on, and I'll tell you everything about it. But first, let's take a quick look back before the All-Star Game. Team USA's coach, Cheryl Reeve, dropped a bomb about Caitlin. When asked if she was unsure about not choosing Clark for the Olympic team, she simply replied, no. However, what really stood out was the mocking tone in which she said this, implying that Clark wasn't that great of a deal. Those of us who follow Clark, however, are aware of how amazing she is, and the irony is that right after that statement, Reeve had to backtrack. In addition to playing well, the WNBA squad, including Caitlin and Angel Reese, defeated Squad USA. Team Reeve came together. As brilliant as A.A. Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and Brianna Stewart were defeated by the rookie that she undervalued, and Clark. Although Clark may not have had her best shooting night, she proved why she is regarded as the best passer in WNBA history by breaking the record with 10 assists in an All-Star game. That is pure Clark, people. Even when the shots aren't falling, she finds a way to make an impact on the game. But let's not stop there. Let's talk more about what happened in this historic All-Star Game. Angel Reese also left a mark on history, following in the footsteps of Caitlin Clark. In a WNBA All-Star Game, she became the first rookie to record a double-double. Reese dominated the paint, grabbing 11 rebounds and scoring 12 points. And you know what was even more amazing? Seeing Clark and Reese playing together in this game. They became teammates for a day, and it was fantastic. There was even this play where Clark made a sensational pass to Reese, who finished with a basket. It was like they had been playing together forever. Reese even commented on playing with Caitlin after the game. Future, we're going to be playing with each other a lot. Hopefully in 4 years, we can be Olympians together. This shows the mutual respect between these two rising stars. All of this proves what we already knew: these rookies are here to shake up the league. And Caitlin, even on a night when her shots weren't falling as she would have liked, showed why she's considered one of the best point guards in the league. Her ability to read the game and make precise passes is simply out of this world. But it's not over yet. There was something strange about Cheryl Reeve's attitude. It seemed like she had given specific instructions for Team USA to guard Caitlin Clark, as if it were a playoff game in an All-Star Game. People, this is something you rarely see in this type of event. Check out this play. Notice. The most amazing thing is that this strategy from Reeve backfired. While Team USA was so focused on stopping Clark, other players like Owen had more freedom and ended up deciding the game. It's like Reeve was so obsessed with proving she was right about Clark that she forgot to look at the bigger picture. Kelsey Plum's defense of Clark is literally glued to her, putting on full court pressure. This is the kind of thing we see in decisive games, not in an exhibition match. Cheryl Reeve's behavior drew a lot of criticism. Many people thought she was taking things too far, especially considering it was a celebration of women's basketball. And you can probably guess what happened after this game, right? Social media exploded. Everyone is questioning Cheryl Reeve's choices for the Olympic team. The burning question is, how could Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese be left out of the team? Going to Paris. Fans are outraged, and rightfully so. Some are even suggesting we should send the entire WNBA team to the Olympics. And honestly, after what we saw at the All-Star Game, it's easy to understand why. The most incredible part is that these girls not only won, but did so against a team full of stars. This raises an important question: does the Olympic team really represent the best we have in American women's basketball? What this game showed is that the new generation of the WNBA, led by Clark and Reese, is more than ready to take the spotlight. They're not just playing at a high level, they're also bringing more attention and excitement to women's basketball. And that's why we need to talk about the future, especially Caitlin Clark's future. After this All-Star Game, she'll have a bit of a break, about 3 weeks until the Fever's next game scheduled for August 16th. And knowing Clark, as we do, we know she won't just sit around, right? I bet she'll use this time to train even more, especially her three-point shooting. We know she didn't have her best shooting night during the All-Star, but that must have made her even more determined to improve. Imagine Clark coming back for the second half of the season, hitting even more three. Opponents better watch out. And it's not just that Clark's starts after being excluded from the Olympic team are impressive. Before, she was averaging 6.3 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and 38% shooting. After she jumped to 9.6 assists, 6.3 rebounds, and 47% shooting, it seems like the exclusion only served as extra motivation for her. Speaking of the Fever, the team just needs to align a few things to really take off. Many people are talking about Coach Christy Sid's situation. Fans are calling for a change, saying the first half of the season was confusing under her command. Will the Fever risk changing coaches mid-season? Imagine if the Fever hired someone like Cheryl Miller, who coached the WNBA team at the All-Star. She's already built a connection with Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. It could be a huge turnaround for the team. As for the Olympic team, one thing is certain: the pressure is enormous for the Olympics, especially for Cheryl Reeve. After this defeat at the All-Star and all the controversy around the Olympic team selections, they will have a lot to prove in Paris. Meanwhile, our Caitlin will be preparing to shine in the playoffs. If I know her well, and I think I do, she will use this Olympic exclusion as fuel. I wouldn't be surprised if she starts scoring 30 points per game in the second half of the season. For Clark, every game from now on is a chance to prove Cheryl Reeve made a huge mistake. Imagine if she comes back from the playoffs with even better averages, and if the Fever, with possible coaching changes, starts to really take off. And the Olympics will happen right in the middle of the WNBA season. While the stars of Team USA are competing in Paris, Clark will have weeks to train, rest, and prepare for the regular season's final sprint and playoffs. We're entering a phase where every shot, every assist, every decision can change not just this season's course, but the future of American women's basketball as a whole. And at the center of it all is our Caitlin Clark, ready to show why she's considered one of the best players of her generation. Now, I want to know your opinion. What do you think will happen in the second half of the season? Will Clark continue to set records? Will the Fever alter? What do you think the Olympics will bring? If you like this analysis and want to keep updated on everything WNBA, don't forget to like and share. We'd love to hear your predictions in the comments section below. You ensure you don't miss any videos. Be sure you press the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the future video.